Happy Friday, Million Mom community. We are here for our Fierce Friday edition, a very special edition. We've been really excited to get this specific edition for the scholarships going today. My name is Carmela Velarde. I'm a Blue Diamond and a council member, one of 5 in the Million Mom Movement Council. And I'm very excited because we have been very philanthropic. Purium gives. We give back to our community. Not only are we a transformation company, but we have a scholarship. And some people may not even know this exists. So we do want to highlight some very special people in our community who have been able to bring this scholarship to life. When I mean bring it to life, you'll hear from the testimonials today just how special this scholarship truly has been to provide lives for people. And so I'm honored to have been on the council for over 1 year. And together with the council, we are accepting applications. We are on pause for just a little bit to get a new way of the application to be put out. But we are accepting them. So if you go on to our millionmommovement.info website, there is a scholarship tab. For those of you who've never seen it yet, please take a look at what it offers. It is available for those who are in the United States area, Canada area, but not in the EU. So just make sure of that. Another thing is that we accept applications from even customers. If you're already a brand partner, it's not able, but we're calling all brand partners and customers. If you think of someone who would really benefit from this opportunity, please take a look and share our website. So I have personally in my own team had a number of scholarship recipients come through, and the Million Mom Movement Council, we are your upline. This platform is your upline to serve. I see Sarah Cole, and she's one of my recipients, and she's doing wonderfully. She's on fire right now with her business, and it's just changed lives. So what is it? Well, we get to offer $1,500 worth of organic superfoods to eligible people who are in financial need, and specifically for the product. At first, we were business focused, but now we're open to all who really just need transformation. And if they're called upon to then do the business, we're wide open for that. So I want to pass the mic first to Tess Ferreira over there in Montreal, Quebec, and she is going to share the pledge.
Thank you so much, Carmela. So I'm actually in Miami, Florida, right? So this is the hugeness of this business is that it's all location freedom, that it's actually allowed me to move to Miami. So I've been here for the past 6 months, and you know what? I am loving it. And to go along with our scholarship, we have a pledge, right? And this pledge is we want all of our scholarship recipients to understand and to have a passionate desire for what we stand for in the pledge. So I will be reading it right now. And the pledge is found in our Purium app. And this is a tool that we can use to share with people. You can just share the pledge with them and you find out if this aligns with their values, right? So this is really important. You can print it out, put it on your fridge, put it in your office, and share this with everyone. So I pledge to defend the health of myself and my family. I pledge to choose organic foods that are minimally processed and free of man-made ingredients. I pledge to read labels and educate myself on all aspects of clean living. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health and environment of future generations. I am committed to sharing this movement of many. I am the Million Mom Movement. So Mom, M-O-M, is highlighted because it's the movement of many. So absolutely, dads and uncles and caregivers are a part of this. You are with us. And we have this whole education and awareness platform that we come together every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. We have our YouTube. We have so many tools that is available for you all. So this is the pledge, and please share it. Back to you, Carm.
Thanks so much, Taz. So I would love to pass it also on to our other council member, Nayeva Flore, and she's in Hawaii, and she'll be talking about our social media connection.
Thank you so much, Carmela. So you can see here, we would like to invite you to like, follow, and subscribe to our different Million Mom Movement platforms. First of all, we are on Facebook. If you didn't like our Facebook Million Mom Movement page, I'd love to invite you to come like our page, as well as join our Facebook group, Million Mom Movement Official. Within that group, there's a ton of resources. We've created some fun story memes around glyphosate, food coloring, and business forward story memes. So we'd love for you to have access to that within the group and use that group as if it's your own community. This is the Million Mom Movement. You are the Million Mom Movement. We are all a part of this. And without you, we wouldn't be moving. So thank you for being a part of this movement. We'd also like to invite you to follow us on Instagram and tag the Million Mom Movement on your posts and stories so that we can feature you there. You can also use these hashtags so that I can find your posts so that I can repost you. And then we also have a Twitter page that you can also go follow. And everything that gets posted to Instagram also goes to Facebook and Twitter. So just so you know, when you're being featured on all of our platforms. And then lastly, we have a YouTube channel. Many of you have asked where to find the replays. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will get an email every time a new upload gets put there. And if you've missed any Fierce Fridays or want the replay to send out to friends, go and find it on our YouTube channel. And all of the links to the pledge, to our blog, and to our YouTube channel and everything else can be found in the link in the bio on Instagram. So if you need a one place to find it all, go to our Instagram link in the bio. Thank you so much. And back to you, Carmela.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. And make sure to let us see you. So this is what our social media is all about. Please definitely follow Nayeva's instructions there and follow us on. So I did want to also highlight a little bit more about what is the scholarship and what it provides, in case none of you had seen this page particularly, but it is a business opportunity scholarship that we've now merged more so into a product focused. But if you want the opportunity to have the business, you are more than welcome to upgrade. So month one, you're going to be receiving the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack. And this is the pack that's best for most because it is our flagship products. It is our core 4, which is an organic superfood meal times 2. So there's 60 superfood meals in this product pack. And it has our also unique formula, the Biomedic, which detoxifies glyphosate from the gut microbiome, as well as the protein, fruits, vegetables, and that's the gut cleanser with the parasite cleanser as well. Month 2, you get to explore other products that are really more about lifestyle. And for our families, they will love this blend. There's so many blends that you can have, and it'll come along with a daily core 4 for maintenance. Now, month 3, you get a choice. So you get to continue on with the ULT, which is the first pack that you've received the first month. Or we have a specific Million Mom Movement vetted family nutrition pack. So if you have not yet seen that, please go to iShop Purium and go to the family section. And we also have a grain-free pack for those who are specifically sensitive. So this is what we are offering. And it's a huge offer, I think, and it's over $1,500, guys. So I want to get to the meat of our meeting. And that is, I would love to start to invite, let's see. The very first person who I'd like to invite on is our chair of the Million Mom Movement. Now, she is actually considered a sponsor. So each scholarship recipient is asked to have a sponsor, an Upline Diamond sponsor. So that just creates a structure of support for mentorship, because if you are not a diamond sponsor when you're enrolling, maybe you're the enroller and then you have an upline to support you, there is that lovely circle of support. So I'm going to open the mic up to Stephanie Dawn, and she is over there in Washington State, and she is going to be introducing her recipient, and her name is Uma.
Hi, Carm. Can you hear me?
I can. Welcome.
Hey, hi, everybody. Happy Fierce Friday. we've been wanting to do this presentation to really highlight the scholarship recipients for so long, and I'm so excited to finally, today's the day. And thanks for leading, Carmela. I'm on my way to the airport, and that's why I am not leading today. So thanks everybody for just being your amazing selves. So I'm actually not I'm the Upline Diamond, but I'm not the sponsor. I'm gonna introduce the sponsor in a moment. But before I do, I really just want to say a few words about Uma Tupper. Uma Tupper came into my sphere several months back in late October. And I just want to say, Uma, how much I've enjoyed mentoring you, coaching you, working with you, supporting you to really create the success that you've achieved as a consultant with the Million Mom Movement Scholarship. I adore you, and I'm so excited to watch you soar over the weeks and months and this year. Let's go, babe. And so I'd like to pass the baton to Reina, who is her sponsor. Reina brought Uma to me and is the one responsible for hooking her up to the scholarship. So Reina, without further ado, are you there? Reina Autumn Rose.
All right, there we go. Can you guys hear me? Hi, everyone. What an honor it is to be here with the Million Mom Movement and to be introduced by my upline, Stephanie Dawn, who I consider a very dear friend. So I just want to say that Uma and I were paired up together in a voice activation priestess workshop for weeks with a dear friend. And through this experience, I was authentically sharing my passion for this experience I was having with healing my body. And Uma was so very curious. For an extended period of time, she had all of these questions. She has a background in Chinese medicine. She has an incredible story of where her life began. It's been an absolute joy to sort of guide her into the hands of Stephanie Dawn and the Million Mom Movement. So I'm just so honored and so proud of Uma for not only taking her life by the reins, but taking on the business like she has. It's been powerful, and I can just see that she has such a potent path ahead of her. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Uma to the Million Mom Movement.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. It's such an honor. I'm really humbled and grateful to be here. And thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Reina, and Carmel, and everybody in the Million Mom Movement. I'm already getting so emotional. Yes, I'm just grateful to be here. And I think, yeah, it's completely changed my life. And I'm just excited to be able to share this with other people. And like many people in Purium say, just helping to be sort of like alleviate suffering in any way that I possibly can in the world and continue that path that I've already started. So yeah, I think Carmela has questions for me.
I do. Yes, I had the honor to be able to get to know each of these recipients going to be interviewed and hear a little bit about their own story. But Uma, yes, please do share a little bit about your back history of who you are, and really before you got the award, where were you at in life?
Yeah, so COVID turned my world upside down like it did for many people. I guess you could say I'm part of the Great Resignation that many of you have read about in the papers, and it's now being called the Great Negotiation. So I went from working 5 days a week in my own acupuncture practice in a really thriving, vibrant yoga studio that I was renting space from. And there was, you know, multi-use space going on, restaurant on the inside, 2 yoga studios, 4 practitioner rooms in the back, massive referrals, huge community, tons of people that I saw. 16 years I was renting that space before I did acupuncture. I was doing massage. So, you know, all of a sudden my world kind of like halted and then completely shifted around. And then I was given this opportunity, blessing, opportunity to be with my child who was online in school. And so went from being really busy and really involved in the community to just all of a sudden, like I was there holding the fort down for my kiddo, which has had so many blessings. But yeah, and then that meant I was not making any income. I wasn't bringing anything in. And my identity was, I was like, who the heck am I? And then through, like Rena was saying, I just kind of stumbled upon this, like I was curious about what was going on for her and asked some questions, and found out about the scholarship through the Million Mom movement, and sort of just went for it, even though I had no idea what I was getting into. Yeah. And I will say too, in terms of my health, I felt like my energy levels were like, they had completely tanked. I was like basically feeling like my mind knew all the things that I had to do. And I felt like I was kind of dragging my body along with me, like kind of coaxing myself to do the things that I was supposed to be doing. And literally felt like I was like, come on, bones and body, let's go. And so there was a lot of lack of motivation, really, really, really exhausted and depleted over the course of COVID, because I wasn't exercising as much. I was, I gained a little bit of weight. And my mood was just kind of like, I don't know, meh. Kind of like just not motivated, not excited about much, just kind of like trying to hold the fort down, And then on the 5th day that I was taking the ULT, I was like, this must be some kind of fluke. Because my energy was so elevated, and I thought, maybe I just had a great walk today. I don't know, just chalked it up to like, I don't know what that is. And then it just, the energy was sustained, and it is sustained still. And I feel like a spring chicken. I really do. I'm not going to age myself, people, okay? But I feel like a spring chicken. And I feel like energy is so undervalued and underrated. Like I had massive amounts of tests from doctors that I was like, what's happening with me? Nothing's happening. You're fine. I took out wheat 6 months before I did Purium. I eat really well. I've always eaten really well, but I was still on the floor energetically. But this like resuscitated my energy levels. This revived me. And I feel like a Purium gave me CPR. I was resuscitated. So I feel like the best I felt since my 20s. And that's a super huge game changer. Feels like a game changer. So I'm really, really so appreciative, and a million thank yous to the Million Mom movement. Yeah, just so grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for taking us through that, prequel, and then into really the lifestyle you're leading now. And you're an intuitive holistic practitioner who got the rug pulled out from under them. I mean, this is something that a lot of people in this industry, when we're not able to meet up, our careers kind of tanked. And so talk to me a little bit about your life after receiving it more, and then like what it has done for you as far as even the mentorship aspect. I understand that you did rank, so I'd love for you to share a little bit about that.
Yeah. So in terms of ranking, I just ranked consultant, which I am so excited about. It's small baby steps, but I still feel really good about it. And Stephanie Dawn, I can't thank her enough. Can't thank you enough, Steph. I feel like the free coaching and mentorship is huge. I mean, people pay thousands of dollars for that kind of support, and Stephanie has been through helped me every step of the way. She asked me to share my story on social media the other day, or I guess it was like weeks ago now. And I felt myself resisting that for whatever reason. It was like the pain point and the resistance and the meeting up with the edge, and she just talked me through it, and then once I was there and did it, I was like, yeah, this is fantastic. So yeah, I'm making residual income, and I'm just happy to share the news with other people. I feel like if I feel this good, why would I not share this with the world, you know, in a respectful, invitational way, as Purium does. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, so grateful.
And we're so happy to have you in the Million Mom Movement community. And, you know, what are you most excited about now that you have been in the company now since November? Mm-hmm. How do you lead with the Million Mom Movement, and do you share the scholarship when you do share with new people?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm excited about the continued optimal health and wellness and wealth opportunities, and sharing with people that I feel like also need a pivot and have, you know, lost their stream of income or just been in this pivotal transitional phase, part of the great resignation or great renegotiation kind of a thing. Yeah, just educating and learning, continue to, I'm learning every single day so many things about Purium and the products and mentorship and all of that stuff. And I'm just, and learning about taking glyphosate out of the body and helping families do that as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And everyone, just please follow each other. This is what I recommend, is we are creating a community of support. So if you do follow one another, you see our journey, you know, and we're all very public on social media. So thank you, Uma. I'm excited to see all the things that you're going to be doing with us in the future.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to pass now the mic over to our dear council member, beloved council member, Tess Ferreira, who's going to then be introducing her recipients. So I'm really excited for you to share a little bit about your relationship together.
Absolutely. Thanks, Carm. Okay, so I'm going to be introducing Amelia, as you see on the board. Well, we call her Emma, okay? And if there's one word that I can describe her, is resilience, okay? This woman has had so many curveballs in her path the past year. I'm not going to say too much. I want her to share her story, but it's been the most incredible journey. When I first met her, she was pregnant. So now she has the baby, and she'll talk a little bit about that. And not once have I ever heard her complain. She has never complained about anything, always gets up and goes, and so much passion and desire, and I've never been more proud. So the floor is yours, Amelia.
Okay, hi everybody. Thank you so much for having me on here. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Carmela. It's really an honor. I'm really, really grateful to have received the scholarship, and I'm really grateful to be sharing my story. So I'll begin my story in the spring of 2021. It was shortly before I met Tess. I was struggling a lot in my life, actually. I was struggling with my health. I was struggling with my relationship. And I found myself in a big difficulty with both of those things. I suffered a lot from eczema, anxiety, depression, insomnia. And I always had like irritable mood swings and things like that. And, you know, it was like one medication after another to kind of mask one problem after another. And I never really got anywhere with that. And so when I met Tess, we spoke a lot about nutrition. I was in holistic field already. So we were discussing a little bit about that. She told me about glyphosate, which I actually never really heard about, even though I was in the holistic field. And it really intrigued me. So when we spoke a second time, I actually had to leave my house. I was in a really bad relationship where I had to leave, and for my safety. So, and also I was 6 weeks pregnant at the time. So at this point, Tess introduced me to the scholarship opportunity with Purium, and I decided to go ahead with it. I really believed in superfoods. I believed in organic nutrition, which I was already consuming on a regular basis. And so I applied for the scholarship, and this was in June of 2021. And later in July, I received my first ULT, and this was absolutely transformative. I was able to come off my anxiety medication. I was able to sleep better. I was actually feeling more like I was getting life back into my body. And it was a feeling that I didn't have since I'd say like maybe around age 20. And I'm 33 right now. So, it felt amazing. And as I went on with the ULTs, by the third one, I'd say pretty much all of my issues were gone. Like my eczema disappeared. My digestion was like excellent. My mood was excellent. I was like enjoying my life. I was enjoying the pregnancy. My baby was actually born without any complications. I was able to, work full time.
You're muted.
Trimester. And I don't think I would have ever been able to do it without Purium, like without the support of the community, without the quality of the foods that we get, and having faith in myself and in the community. And I don't know if you have any other questions for me.
No, thank you so much. Nice to meet you in person, Emma. We've only spoken on the phone, and I've just heard such tremendous things about you, truly about your courage and your resilience, really, to stay focused on the health coaching aspect from Taz, and then also the business side too. So after receiving the recipienthood, what else in your life had changed as far as like the mentorship, the community? I heard a lot about the product side, so I'd love to hear about that.
So the mentorship in the community. So yeah, it's been amazing. Like, there were so many times where I kind of like, I was going to give up, and I was just saying, okay, like I'll do the ULT for myself, but I'm too shy, or like I feel ashamed. I can't go forward. I don't know I can do this. But every time, the community was there for me, and every time I was able to get back up on my feet and go again. And business wise, like I'm aiming for director this month. I've been consultant a couple of times, and now I'm aiming for director, and hopefully the next month I'll aim even higher. And what's actually also amazing is like now I'm in postpartum. I'm in my 6 weeks of postpartum, and I've been able to, really stay stable and well. I've been able to avoid any kind of like postpartum depressions and like psychoses and things like that. And, doctors were like, so uptight about thinking that I would, that I would fall, but I proved them wrong. And I even proved them wrong just being on superfoods itself. They were saying like, oh, it's like food that's contaminated, and it's food that, you should avoid during pregnancy, and this and this and that. And I just trusted my intuition and just went ahead with it, and, avoided taking like pharmaceutical vitamins and things like that as well. So like everything just fell nicely into a wonderful picture.
Wow, that's an amazing testimonial. And it taught you to trust yourself, your body, and your gut, really. And so what do you see in the future for yourself now that you've already 6 weeks postpartum only, and you're already ranking up to director? So it's so exciting to hear this.
Yeah. So now the next thing I'm doing is another ULT, and I'm actually looking for prospects who'd like to jump on with me. I do yoga. I was going to offer some free yoga sessions online for yin yoga for those who are interested, and along with the ULT challenge for their own lifestyle transformation. So I welcome anyone who's interested to join me.
That's where it's at. That's actually what Dave Sandoval had said when he came on for our community. He says, to be successful with this business, it's really being able to bring people along the journey together with you, and you're doing it. So thank you so much for sharing. And I look forward to seeing you in the community and seeing all that you're going to be doing and your rise.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you also, sister. Thank you, Taz. So, okay, we have a third recipient, and this is very exciting. Carrie Drinkwine, a new crown, who's in our company. Her and she is the upline sponsor, and the sponsor is Jessica Mayer, both of which are not available. They're traveling, but I do have a very special message via video and story from the third recipient. Her name is Amelia, and I'm going to share screen. And share her video.
Hi, so I'm Amelia, and really excited to share my story with you today a little bit, and my experience with the Million Mom movement and my scholarship. So a little background. Before I applied for the Million Mom movement scholarship, I was working as a nurse. I'm an RN. I was in a local hospital near where I live, and I had been actually struggling there for quite some time, just due to differences in my values and, you know, what I was doing at work. I was having to do, obviously, what nurses do, a lot of pharmaceuticals, a lot of Band-Aid fixes. And I just kept seeing the same patients coming back and back and back. So that was really weighing heavily on me. And then I had a baby about a year before COVID. And so when I had him, the stresses at work got even more so. And just my capacity for kind of like shelving everything that I didn't agree with just started to diminish. And I was really questioning, like, what am I doing? You know, is this really what I care about? Am I upholding what I truly care about by being here? But, you know, I felt like I was stuck and I had to stay financially. I also didn't want to turn my back on this profession that I had, you know, worked so hard for. So that was all kind of building. And then COVID came, and it became very clear to me very quickly that I wasn't going to be treated very well, and that I would be having to place myself in positions that were going to be quite risky, and that I was, you know, replaceable. I brought this forward to my manager and was basically just told, we need bodies, and you're one of those bodies, and we need you here. And, you know, a huge percentage of the workforce is working women and their mothers, and they do it. And, you know, why can't you? And that was the last straw for me. So I think I mentioned I'm a single mom, and the idea of putting myself in that position was just not okay. I couldn't justify that. It went against everything that I believed in for my family and as a mother and my role in this world. So I quit, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I heard about Purium, and at the time, since I had just quit, I didn't think I could afford to buy the products for myself or my family. I did a lot of research initially and was really excited about trying them. I kind of am a research nerd. I research everything. And the more I researched, I couldn't find anything wrong with them, which I usually can find things wrong with anything that I try. So I was aware of it. It was kind of on the back burner, but I kind of just kept thinking, geez, I can't afford to even try this right now. I need to focus on figuring out what I'm actually going to do. And then I watched a video, and I heard, you know, women talking about the scholarship. I didn't even realize there was an option for a scholarship. So when I watched that video, something just came over me, and I was in tears, and I thought, this is definitely what I need to do. There was no question in my mind. And it's going to sound funny, but when I applied, I knew that I would get the scholarship. I just knew, because I just thought all things point in this direction. So I did that. I thankfully was awarded the scholarship. And since then, the biggest thing I can say is my mind and my heart and my life have just opened. My health story is I have had chronic back pain for 5 or 6 years now. I've tried absolutely everything to get rid of it. And when I say everything, I mean everything: chiropractors, acupuncturist, physical therapy. I'm still in physical therapy, but it's much different now than it was before. Functional medicine doctors, you know, you name it, I tried it, and nothing helped. And it was really severe. It was, you know, impeding my ability to take care of my toddler. I couldn't run around after him. So after doing my 30-day reset, my back started to heal in a way that it hasn't healed in years. I was able to run for the first time, in years without pain. I was able to run, pushing my child in the stroller. So that healing, and I have more energy. I stopped drinking coffee. I lost about 30 pounds. All of this with me, doing nothing else other than just incorporating the products and changing the way that I ate and just the way that I viewed fueling my body in general. I ate very healthy before, but I was definitely missing some of the nutrients that I get now through Purium. So, and the glyphosate removal, I believe, is huge too. So that's the health story. On the wealth story part, I have had to do a lot of self-work to sort of increase my abundance and just my ability to believe in myself that I can be successful in this way. I think it's really hard when you go from a job where you are essentially like being told you do this, 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 and you are guaranteed this outcome as far as like financial. And it really it takes you out of the equation, which isn't a good thing. But then when you stand on your own and you are self-employed and you have your own business, you really are forced to deal with whatever could be in you that's blocking. And so for me, that's just been this amazing journey of like self-discovery and figuring out where I have, like money wounds and things like that. And I think particularly if you're in a position where you applied for a scholarship and, money has been something that you've struggled with financially, I think doing that work is even more important because you have an extra little hump to get over, but the reward it's exaggerated as well. Like you get all the rewards for doing that. So I've really been working on that, and I'm able now to provide superfoods to myself and my family, which was huge to me. It's the number one priority that I have of health. And I'm starting to expand the business. I still have a lot of work to do, but I guess in a nutshell, what this has gifted me is the ability to truly, it's given me a vessel for everything that I've always wanted to do as far as natural healing, teaching people, empowering people about their bodies and letting them use food as medicine in an ethical and heart-centered way. It's given me a vessel to do all of this, and it's opened my mind to the possibilities of what's possible. And I now actually feel like I wake up every day knowing I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. I don't have to question anymore. Is this where I should be? Why am I waking up dreading? That's all gone. And that is priceless, really. So, the sky's the limit. I would say if you're questioning it and you're wondering, don't, just do it. You really have nothing to lose. And it has absolutely transformed my life. And this is just the beginning. So thanks for letting me share. And I'm also so incredibly grateful for the Million Mom movement and for this scholarship. This was the catalyst for everything that I needed and that everything that my family needed. So thank you. Bye.
Wow. All throughout this call, I get so choked up because the discovery system that we have through this transformation portal, this program, on so many levels, mind, body, and spirit, you truly transform, and you transform your own life, but then passing the torch is the beautiful thing. And she's ranked director in her second month of being in the business. So congratulations to Amelia. We are looking for great things for you in the future. And I'm now going to pass the mic on to the last recipient that I get to interview and share with. And this is Bethany Granoff. She's the enroller for Naomi. So I actually saw Naomi in the community. She's a little firecracker. She actually reached out to me directly because she saw our Million Mom Movement Fierce Fridays, and she just wanted to friend me. And I love that. I love that everyone's reaching out. Now, I do a lot of work right now on trauma in general, and the true path to healing is through group support. And I highly encourage everybody to use our community as your portal of support, because all of us here have some sort of trauma response held in our systems, our body, our cellular makeup, and we need to shake it off, know that we are not isolated and alone, and connect with one another. And I just love that she did this. And Bethany, if you don't mind introducing your recipient.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm so honored to be here and to welcome Naomi to speak today on behalf of the Million Mom Movement. She is a dear friend and business partner. We met when our kids were in kindergarten on the East Coast. And I kind of knew from the very minute that I met her that we would be really good friends. And I highly respected her because in our kids' school, she was just an advocate for getting cleaner and greener and the cleaning products and just all the things she was speaking up about, and it was so helpful because the soap gave my son a rash and all kinds of things like that. And I just knew right then and there we had a lot in common. And, the pandemic hit, I moved across the country, and she reached out to me. She's a single mom and she wasn't working and she was looking for an opportunity, and she knew, what I was doing, and she was curious a bit more about it. But, I wanted to send her the Million Mom Movement scholarship, as I felt like she was really one of the best possible mom to be on the Million Mom Movement, because that's who she is. It's what she does. It's for all the families and all her kids, especially. And she has received the gift of the Million Mom Movement, and she has led with such power and a force that has just been inspiring to watch her growth. And she has had a video that just went viral, and she has people reaching out to her from all over the world in regard to eczema and repairing and rebuilding skin. And that is something that is so powerful, and you don't know that how many people need that until you see something, see her video go viral and see all the information that she's getting from all these people around the world. So it's just been really amazing to watch her growth. And yeah, I love you, Naomi, and I'm really thankful for you and working with you.
Thank you so much, Bethany. I really appreciate that. And it all happens because someone shared with me, right? I'm here today because Bethany shared this opportunity with me. So I really appreciate, and I'm so thankful for the Million Mom Movement that has literally transformed my life. I used to work in corporate America for 10 years, working for a very well-known beverage company that is known around the world. I was very proud of this company. I worked 3 years with senior vice presidents and vice presidents on product presentation and shopper marketing in the Northwest. And then I wanted to grow up the ladder in corporate America. And they said, well, you got to do direct sales, get on the streets. So I did. 7 years, I was in Pacific Northwest. I went to Pacific Northwest and did foot sales. And I was the top saleswoman in Pacific Northwest. But I'll tell you what my life was like. I was in the car, eating greasy, nasty food, drinking a lot of coffee, probably 2 to 3 to 4. And in the Pacific Northwest, Starbucks, but I was drinking the real good stuff, and I was eating pastries and I was drinking a lot of soda. And guess what? I was a burnt out saleswoman working on someone else's schedule. Someone had control of my time. Someone had control of my pay. Someone had control of my vacation. And someone in that corporate America job had control of my growth in the company. So what happened to me? I became depressed. I was overweight. I all of a sudden had belly fat. My body had pain because I was lifting up cases of soda product. And I was a complete mess and stressed out. But here's the thing. Aspartame headlines in 2016 came out. And that is one of the ingredients in our top beverage. And it said, aspartame is bad for you. Well, guess what's happening to me? Everybody's messaging me. Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? Yeah, I saw this. And let me tell you, when you are selling a product that has ingredients and people all of a sudden know that it's bad for you, it's not good in sales. I literally had to tell people, my customers, hey, yes, this is true. We're not removing it. And it's your choice to sell it to your consumers. And that was the worst thing ever because sales went down. And I was pregnant at that time. And I said, I need to get the heck out of here. I can't live with this anymore. So on January 19, 2017, after I had my baby, I said, I am out of here. I gave in my computer, I gave in my phone, and I said, I'm never gonna come back. 10 years working devotedly for a company and very proud for a company, all of a sudden switch like that, right? Because they didn't care about me. And then, you know what I said? I need to take time off. I need to be a mom. Because 2 kids in a daycare, what is that? That's like a mortgage payment, maybe even more than that. I said, you know what, might as well just pay myself, right? And I decided to be a mom, change diapers, have fun, do all that potty training, right? As all moms do. But then you just become a mom as a mom title, right? And then when you get back into the workforce, what happens? I remember going on Facebook and going into a specific career advice and saying, what do I do with this gap? As if it is a bad thing that you are taking time off for your kids, to spend time with your kids. And they said, no, don't worry about it. But when I was applying for all natural brands, because I wanted to go for all natural brands, it was hard to get an interview, as if your experience of 10 years has poofed away, right? All that knowledge is gone, right? So not only that, I can't find a job. I'm separating from my husband, and I go on LinkedIn and I says, you know what? I'm gonna learn about social selling. And that's what I did. I wanted to look for a company who was doing the right thing, who was getting compostable products. And I actually had it on my vision board. I said, I want a compostable product company who's doing something for the planet, who has good people, who has clean products and organic. Is it possible? I mean, I know I'm asking a lot. Whoa, guess what? Yes, there was, because God answers prayers. That's what he does. And he brought Bethany into my life. And no, hold on. I was actually selling social selling, and I got my own business as a consultant for selling plant-based brands. And I was consulting them and helping them grow in their business. I said, you know what? I could do this. That's when I started my confidence back. And then what happened? That was in 2019. In 2020, the whole world shut down. Guess what? Nobody wants to invest in you at that time. And guess what? I didn't have a job. And that's when one day I was talking to Bethany. She says, you know what? Call me. She's drinking this red drink. I remember her pouring in her kitchen. I said, what the heck is this red drink? Nighttime, red drink. And she tells me about it. I was like, okay, sleeping, great. And she said, listen, I got an opportunity for you. I want to share with you the Million Mom Movement. I said, okay. I went online. I went to the YouTube channel, and I saw these fierce mamas talking about the toxins and dangers in our food. And I was fascinated because I was already sharing that already, right? And I said, I need to be a part of this community. Once I saw that the mothers were sharing the toxin and danger in the food, I said, this is a community for me. I applied. But guess what? What this community did for me, what Dave Sandoval, what Amy Venner did for me. They said, I see you, mama. I know you were stressed out. I know you need repairing, right? And I'm gonna help you repair, but you have no idea how you're gonna transform. So I took this amazing protocol, Core 4 protocol, every day, consistently, every single day. And I noticed that I was getting lighter weight. I noticed my hair was getting better. I noticed my depression was lowering. I noticed that my cravings were reducing. I noticed I was a better mom. My kids were like, Mama, your butt is looking smaller, okay? And I'm like, thank you, baby. Thank you for that, But here's what Purium has done for me. This is my why with Purium, and this is what the Million Mom Movement has given me. This is why I thrive and why I go so hard on it. And this is why, is because I am striving for freedom of location, freedom of time, freedom of my children's education, and freedom to to go wherever I want to go. And that is what Purium is given for me. And I have built a team of family. You see, when I have built up my community, it is a family. All of my team that where in work do you say, I love you when you hang up the phone? Sexual harassment, right? No. In Purium, we do that. And that is what we build. And who is my accountability partner is my kids. My kids are my accountability partner because they know that their mama is better. And when the mama is happy, everyone is happy. And when my kids are outside and we're having fun, you see, this is a fun lifestyle. We're making healthy look fun. And my kids are their food advocates, and they're out there sharing. Oh, you got to try my appleberry shake, right? And my kids are asking me, oh, did you talk to Jack's mom about Purium? Yes, baby, I did. Then he'll ask me, so what did Jack's mom say? Is she going to get Purium? I told her, baby. You see, that is what we're building. We're building a family business. This is a family business that we're growing together, and with the community, with the free support, with Stephanie Dawn, with Rachel, with Bethany, with Tal, with all my amazing people that have become my family. We learn from one another for free. And now I'm able to build my confidence back. I am able to create reels. Would you ever think that I would create reels? No. And I am social selling me because I sold a product, and I knew how to sell a product, but it's so hard to sell you. And when you learn how to sell yourself, that's when all the attraction comes to you. You see, because we're on a mission. My kids and I were on a mission to help this year 5,555 families to feel good on the inside and the outside. And I want to thank you, Amy. Thank you, Dave Sandoval, for providing the top nutrients to help me and my family feel good on a cellular level. I appreciate you.
Woo! Golden bombs, Naomi. You took us on a roller coaster ride, sister, from, the depths to your joys, to empowerment, to the accountability of your children. I mean, all of you recipients are the Million Mom movement. You guys are what makes us. If not for you guys, like, Purium just gives back in a way where we want to give back to Purium. We want to give back to the movement. And I love that. Thank you so much for the gratitude, for just being humble and continuing to learn and grow together with all of us, because together we're so much stronger. And I love that you're taking your skill sets that you had in your previous company and just like slinging it into your own campaign for yourself. And I honor that. I honor each of you to do the same. Everybody here listening to the call, please do the same. We all give you permission to, and it's the beautiful world of social proof. And well, we're nearing the hour, but I would love to hear, lastly, Naomi, then where do you see yourself then in the next 3 years with Purium?
Thank you. Well, that is a very nice, a good question, because Sarah asked me the same thing. Sarah Rhinelander asked me the same thing a couple of months ago. I see myself 3 years from now in the back of my home, beach view, in a beautiful black bikini, walking out of the ocean and joining a party with my Purium friends, and really, celebrating at one another, and, just educating people that healthy is fun, and that this is not a work. This is not work. We are just sharing for free something that has helped us, and therefore, we all have an opportunity to share this with someone, because it can change so many lives. And that's what I see in my team. I as you have helped people transform, it's so nice to see them going from either like really, really low energy to high energy, and to just thriving and doing so many amazing things. And I'm just so grateful again for all this. I'm not sure if I answered your question, because I'm like all over the place right now, but my whole point is my dream is to be on a beach because of Purium's income, and to have that view. And I know that is possible with this amazing leadership that we have.
I see your vision. I see it. You answered the question very well. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. I'd like to hear from Uma. What is your 3-year vision of your Purium business, your life with Purium?
Yeah, I have a vision of having some land where I can host retreats and obviously have the Purium family there. But yeah, just hosting retreats in terms of wellness and health and somatic practices and things like that. I see myself, I forgot to mention, I'm in the Level Up Incubator, the business Level Up Incubator right now on Wednesdays. And so I feel like that's really helping me to stay in action and, you know, just continue the action, continue to keep sharing and inviting people in to this gorgeous place, this portal, you know, exiting the matrix. And as Stephanie says, and a lot of people say, and just creating that freedom of time and space and living the best life that we can possibly live, stepping into the highest version of myself. That's kind of my mantra to myself, is I'm stepping in to the portal of the highest version of myself every single day. I actually sing a Sanskrit mantra every day to my daughter and to myself. That's essentially saying that. It's like, here we are, we're doing it. It's happening right now. Yeah, beautiful. I think I answered your question.
Beautiful. Yes. I want to leave us also with Emma. Thank you, Uma, for that. How about Emma? Are you able to come off and share your 3-year future vision? I'd love to hear from you. Let's see. Are you off mute? There you go. Your 3-year future vision.
Sorry, I started talking. Okay. Yeah, so my vision would be similar to Uma's. However, I see myself more in the online community, building an online community, an online family of wellness and health. I've already started my holistic practice. I have a business called Awakened Earth Wellness. I have my website, and I'm building on everything together with Purium. So I'm just looking to grow everything towards the future.
I love it. Thank you so much, ladies. You are impeccable versions of our community in the Million Mom Movement. I want to honor you all. Thank you so much for being here. I do want to close out with our focus for the next week ahead. The visions of these ladies, please hold it into your heart as well, because we have it for you, and we want to see you thrive in the community. We want to see each community member in our group thrive. So next week, we're putting together a very special talk, Tess Ferreira and I, on the topic of autoimmunity. So if you know people who are in your network who would love to hear more information, we will be defining it, explaining how to turn our bodies on with it and creating solutions, and then having specific testimonials of people who have actually reversed their chronic and longstanding autoimmunity issues. And then the following Fierce Friday, next Friday, I'll be hosting it actually. It will be on conscious parenting. So stay tuned all. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend.